Stop caring what people think. It's natural to desire to be liked and respected by others, but obsessing over what people might think of you can be bad for your mental health. Have you ever laid in bed at night and thought back to the 8th grade incident when you mispronounced organism as orgasm when reading aloud in class? We too. Although you might not have had that precise experience, you get what we're getting at. None of your classmates likely remember that incident from middle school. Your coworkers have already forgotten that you left your microphone on during the morning Zoom meeting, and your friends didn't think your loud costume from Friday night was excessively garish. And yet, we continue to expend a tremendous amount of energy worrying about what others think of us. One item of criticism can quickly overshadow any amount of appreciation. Acting as though we don't give a damn about what people think is pointless since it is just untrue. However, there are ways to decrease the strain and prevent your mental health from being harmed by their comments. We care, but why? The Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History asserts that survival depended on one's ability to fit in with a group or tribe and gain the acceptance of others. Although we may not require tribes to thrive in the modern world, we certainly require other people for excitement and friendship. Because humans are social creatures, giving importance to what other people think of you is very normal and almost always inevitable. An imaging investigation of the brain revealed biophysical responses or chemical changes in the brain in response to both positive and negative feedback from others. People with social anxiety often have a strong fear of being judged negatively. People with low self-esteem and those who lacked emotional support as children are also more likely to worry excessively about what others think of them. Caring how are we perceived by others, helpful or not? In some instances, worrying excessively about what other people may think can be detrimental to your emotional and physical well-being. Taking other people's ideas as gospel can create a dangerous circle of vulnerability and insecurity. But maintaining meaningful relationships also depends on our concern for how our actions affect those around us. If you were unintentionally harming a friend or member of your family, you would be concerned. Even while it could give you some short-term pain, changing your behavior to mend the relationship is ultimately beneficial. In this way, giving a damn about what people think isn't always a bad thing. Signs that we are excessively concerned with what other people think. Uncontrolled situations are certainly possible. The difference between listening to our friends' worries and obsessing over every little thing they say about us. Here are some warning signs that your mental health may be harmed by other people's opinions. No matter what it is or whom it comes from, you respond to criticism by changing who you are. You delegate decision-making to others. You don't establish or maintain boundaries. You're an idealist. If your viewpoint varies from everyone else's, you keep your mouth shut. Your ability to relax depends on other people's approval. You always have to say you're sorry, even if you didn't do anything wrong. You hardly ever refuse. So, how can you break free from caring about what people think of you? Try the advice of these 10 suggestions. 1. Accept that others will have ideas about you. It is useless to try to shield yourself from all criticism. It is simply not possible. Whether favorable or unfavorable, judging others is a necessary component of social interaction. Therefore, get ready for people to express their ideas in advance. You can learn to take incoming criticism in stride by just reminding yourself that others will perceive you in some ways, even if those impressions aren't entirely accurate. 2. Retake control of your own emotions. Even if you have no control over how other people perceive you, you can reduce your stress and anxiety about it. Consider using some mindfulness techniques. Staying in the present moment and being aware and accepting of your feelings at that moment are key components of mindfulness. You can manage unwanted feelings and thoughts by learning to be present. Techniques such as yoga, meditation, and breathing techniques can help you. 3. Do not forget that everyone makes mistakes. Expecting perfection is pointless because it is not achievable. More importantly, it is counterproductive, unfair, and wholly useless to judge someone for falling short of perfection. Remember that everyone who criticizes you for making a few little errors has also made blunders. Making mistakes at work or in relationships can also be a crucial component of personal development. Consider them as chances for growth and reminders of your humanity. 4. Increase your self-awareness and confidence. Building a strong identity can be facilitated by practicing self-reflection. Spend some time asking yourself some challenging questions. Who am I? What matters to me? What am I fond of? To provide yourself with a solid foundation on which to base your life, it is equally crucial to develop a value system. Although people may criticize your actions or ideas, if their judgment is based on your values, it is less likely to remain. Building confidence and creating a sense of whom you are going hand in hand. Your self-esteem and willingness to put up with haters will both increase if you are confident in who you are and what you stand for. 5. Avoid trying to mind read. You'll probably be wrong. According to research, even though most people are aware of how others see them, they nonetheless have significant blind spots. People will connect you with qualities that you've never thought of. The most emotionally secure and well-adjusted individuals have the least insight into what other people think of them, according to the study. It's proof that caring about other people's opinions all the time is not only stressful but also counterproductive. 6. Consider the source. It's normal to care about what other people think of you. However, some people's ideas should be given much greater weight than others. It can be helpful if a family member or your boss communicates their concerns about your employment or how your behavior is negatively affecting them. It is not when a total stranger complains that you don't smile enough. 7. Recognize that you tend to be your own worst critic. We frequently think that people are judging us considerably more harshly than they are, according to a research paper. In actuality, we tend to be a lot harsher on ourselves than we are on others. We have the propensity to believe that one mistake will permanently harm how others see us. Even though it's true that first impressions can linger, one error is unlikely to have a significant impact on how they perceive you in the long run. 8. Be in the company of understanding and encouraging individuals. Your mental health might suffer greatly from having judgmental friends and family members. It hurts so much to learn that someone you care about thinks poorly of you. Maintaining mental health requires cultivating relationships with individuals who accept you for who you are and who are supportive and open to discussing your issues, even if they occasionally act in a judgmental manner. 9. Think about therapy. You can increase your self-confidence and learn coping mechanisms for criticism by speaking with a therapist. Particularly, cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) aims to develop more beneficial ways of thinking. You can discover new approaches to dealing with unhelpful criticism and letting go of needless stress through exercises and practice. 10. Keep your opinions about other people to yourself. Keep your judgments to yourself the next time you meet a new coworker or your friend introduces you to their partner. Give them a chance even if your initial opinion of them isn't fantastic. You can let go of what other people think of you if you are tolerant of them. If you know you're giving people the benefit of the doubt, you're more likely to think that others are doing the same for you. So, it's sometimes beneficial and worthwhile to pay attention to feedback and constructive criticism. However, listening to or worrying about what other people think is frequently useless. Remember that you're probably critiquing yourself more harshly than anyone else. Consider contacting a mental health professional for help if you require further support. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel not to miss the next videos.